trees by the few thousand, I believe. These were planted when I was born, or 5 years after, maybe around the year 2000. And I remember when they were small. Now, the biggest oak trees in the rows here are probably, how much is that? 50 feet tall. And they're beginning to have light competition. Or they have been for a while anyways. And there's been, overall they've done well. I just realized they might have kept them this far apart so they could mow in between, but I can't say I really ever saw that. And this is basically grass in the summer, but everything else that's woody you can see. Oh, look, a young pine. Well, that's good recruitment. And there was pines existing when this was planted. So this was a field, I think a pasture. So you can see a one type of pine there, and then a juniper there. Longleaf pine there. So these long needle pine, that is. So they exist together. But that's cool to see that being recruited. But today I wanted to just document some of the, let's say, well, yeah, the fungal community and the parasitic species. And specifically, it's this vine. I grew up with this vine being all throughout the woods of my own oak black walnut forest, just on the ridge there. Other side of the ridge, that is. This is, I'm not sure what kind of mixtures of oaks, but hopefully several different ones. I can't remember what I documented. So the fact that this vine is here, though, is pretty interesting. It just happens to be next to a downed log, which I was admiring here on February, the day of the Super Bowl, February 12th, that this log had just a really nice, or this fallen tree that's dead has a really nice community on it. And it was, up to 50 degrees probably and under sun today with a lot of moisture, so maybe they were active. Kind of looks like it. So incidentally, this is decaying right here, but I just noticed more young vines. I guess they're everywhere. Young vine, young vines. So evidently a vine colony or many individuals are going to climb all throughout this canopy. And I had not seen them in years prior. This tree's got it. The only thing I had noticed in years prior was a black fungus growing at the base of some trees. I haven't seen it yet walking through here. I don't know if it's, this is a aspen, I think, or something of that nature. And kind of like that black color, but on the oaks. So I don't know if that's causing them to be stressed at all. And I don't know if the vine coming up reflects any sort of parasitic nutrient exchange. And more generally, maybe it's just a mutualistic relationship that shouldn't be tampered with. But judging how they hung through my parents' forest, I couldn't say. I wasn't able to assess their impact on the canopy, if it was negative or positive or what. But we sure love to swing off them on big trees, and sometimes they broke, but man, we would get high. It felt like swinging on those vines, and they've all fallen over the years. But to see them re-emerging here is just wonderful. And so, yeah, are they positive? Are they beneficial? Are they parasitic in a negative way? Parasitic doesn't necessarily mean bad for the system. But here we're trying to get this nice plantation of oaks. Maybe the foresters will be like, well, that's a sign that it's too dense and it's time to descend. Well, I sure as shit hope we can harvest these trees. That would be, rather than cut them all down, because my God. you could do a lot more with the trees than cut them. Although cutting them and making them useful, that's cool. Cutting them and making them more trees sounds like the best return, if you ask me. But you have to do that a certain way, and it costs money if you want to dig them and stuff. So, so these beauties. Well, maybe I'll have to put it to the county land manager and see if that fits what they're looking for.